no strings on me.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Carnage, your Primitive AK here, back with another video for you guys today. Today we are here with a massive bombshell that Treyarch just officially dropped on their Twitter, as well as Charlie Intel and other news outlets regarding Black Ops Cold War, Warzone progression, content, and also Battle Pass. So there are a lot of questions that were never answered previously and quite a bit of some time ago. So today these questions are finally going to be answered. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Now let's go ahead and get right into this. So first things first, player progression. One of the biggest news that they just announced is that they're going to try and synchronize player progression throughout Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and also Warzone. So starting November 13th with the launch of Black Ops Cold War, and continuing on through December 10th with the release of Cold War Season 1, Warzone players will be seeing new Black Ops Cold War content coming to all modes, including the Battle Royale experience. So they have a little chart here that's going to be showing how this works. They're just basically going to be integrating all of the seasonal leveling and also prestiging system. Yes, you heard that correct. There is a prestige system that is confirmed. Now, they did not give us details on this. They simply only stated that this is a quote-unquote new prestige leveling system. So player progression, first things first, we're gonna have military ranks and modes. This is basically your standard leveling, your enlist ranks level 1 through 55, known as military ranks. These will be fully synchronized between all three games, beginning at launch for Black Ops Cold War players and in Season 1 for Modern Warfare and Warzone players. This universal progression system means that you can level up and obtain XP no matter which of the titles you are playing. So let's say you play Modern Warfare and you're level 44. If you want to jump back to Cold War, you're going to be level 44 as well. You want to jump back to Warzone, you're also going to be level 44, and it goes hand in hand with all three games. This is pretty interesting. We've never seen Call of Duty do something like this before. Now the player progression reset, this is still going to be within the game to synchronize player progression across all three games. Your initial military rank will be reset within Modern Warfare and Warzone at the start of Cold War Season 1. This reset is synchronized to your current progression level in Cold War when Season 1 begins. So don't worry, only your XP is reset. Everything you previously unlocked remains available, like weapons, perks, and kill streaks in Modern Warfare, for example. So your unlocks are staying, but your player progression from 1 to 55 will be resetting. So now apparently they're adding what's known as seasonal prestige leveling. Your seasonal officer progression, known as season levels, which incorporates a seasonal prestige leveling system. These are fully synchronized between all three games. So as you begin season leveling, expect an updated interface to this leveling system. Seasonal progression has been updated with the aspects of the traditional prestige systems, allowing players to unlock and use rewards, including some incredibly cool legacy player identity items from the world of Black Ops. So from what they're gathering here, it's still very vague the way they're describing it, but there is going to be a prestige system that coincides with the actual season. So you're going to have your 1 through 55, which is going to be resetting every season, and on top of that, they're going to be having your prestige leveling system to go and coincide with that as well. So leveling in Black Ops Cold War all count towards your seasonal leveling and prestige level, preferably prestige by playing Black Ops Cold War, thanks to challenges focused on the gameplay, and large portion of the content is earnable or simply free just by playing one or all of the three game modes. So if they head over to their blog, there's actually a pretty in-depth details about how this is all going to work. And on top of that, one thing they also mentioned is also the loadouts and weapon progression system. So how they're doing it, and this is gonna get confusing, so bear with me for anyone watching this video. It does get pretty confusing, so I'm going to do my best to explain this as best as possible. So this is a little diagram that's showing how this is going to work for weapon loadouts. So if you guys remember a long time ago, Call of Duty or Treyarch tweeted out, or Activision tweeted out, saying that Warzone will be integrating Cold War weapons inside of that game mode in the Modern Warfare style engine. So basically what that means is that, let's say you create an AK-47 or an M16 class inside of Cold War. You want to take that gun into Modern Warfare Warzone, you can officially do so, and your class setup will be there ready to use. Now, you can't take it inside of Modern Warfare multiplayer, but you can take it inside of Warzone. So if you want to use your M16 class setup from Cold War, or if you want to use your Grau class setup from Modern Warfare, both of those classes can be used inside of Warzone. So Warzone is essentially becoming its own standalone game. I mean, it kind of already was, but it was part of Modern Warfare for the longest time. So this is definitely going to be very interesting to see how this works. There's a huge paragraph that explains this, and also blueprints. For example, if you have a brand new blueprint that you just purchased out of the store, like for example the yellow tracer pack video that I just covered yesterday, you can actually take that yellow tracer pack and use that inside of Warzone as well. And any blueprints that you purchase from the store that are in Cold War, Black Ops Cold War, you can take those blueprints and take them into Warzone as well. So there are going to be a massive plethora of guns that are going to be available to use inside of Call of Duty Warzone. So in short, you're going to need a bigger gunsmith table. So there's an actual screenshot of the Black Ops Cold War AK-47 with the Modern Warfare AK-47 on the side of it as well. So just so you guys get an idea of what this is going to look like, there's a perfect example right there. The two AK-47s, one from Cold War, one from Modern Warfare. Warzone also shares the same weapon progression. So let's say you never played Modern Warfare before, or you're playing Black Ops Cold War, and let's say you're leveling up your M16 in Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. Let's say your gun is now level 20 inside of multiplayer in Cold War. If you take that gun inside of Modern Warfare Warzone, or just Warzone in general, that gun will still be level 20, and you can continue to level up in that game mode as well. So they really are trying to synchronize everything that you do across all three of these titles. So it's, like I said, it's very confusing the way they explain it, but they do a good job of trying to explain it as best as possible here. So moving on to some other things that they mentioned, all XP and leveling counts both in Warzone, which we just explained, and base weapons that exist in Cold War and Modern Warfare expect to be able to be accessible and available base weapons separately with each game-specific logo indicating the series it is available in. So there will be an indication to let you know which gun is available in which game. So for example, the AK-47 Modern Warfare will probably have an MW logo, and the Black Ops Cold War will probably have the Cold War logo next to it. Moving on, operator selection is going to be another thing that's going to be integrated. So any operator that you have in Modern Warfare, you can use in Warzone, as well as any operators that are available in Black Ops Cold War will also be available as well. Woods and Garcia are basically starting characters that are going to be available as well in Black Ops Cold War, so you'll be able to check those out. Moving on, the battle pass is something that they recently explained. This looks like a brand new DLC weapon. It looks like the SA-87 from Modern Warfare. For those that are familiar with that weapon, it looks like that, or even the L-86 or something along those lines. They don't really confirm what this weapon is. They just kind of show a screenshot. So more than likely, but long story short, 100 unlockable tiers in Black Ops Cold War, including operators, weapons, and much more, will be available in Season 1. And once again, Season 1 will be starting on December 10th. So there's going to be a massive amount of content, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, because we'll be covering every single detail of the brand new content that's going to be dropping. So make sure you guys go ahead and hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss it. But yeah, that definitely looks like a brand new DLC weapon that will be introduced in Season 1 of Black Ops Cold War. So I'm very excited about that. And once again, I repeat myself, you can take this gun and use it inside of Warzone. So that's some good news there as well. Some Battle Pass integration. From what they're gathering here, it looks like Modern Warfare is going to have a new Battle Pass as well. So there will be 2 Battle Passes, although that isn't officially confirmed here. But it definitely is, all eyes are definitely pointing that there will be a second Battle Pass available for the game. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. And also the store access. Purchases content to utilize in the store. Most content from Modern Warfare will be used in Warzone, but all items will be clearly labeled. So there's going to be 3 separate stores. There's going to be a Warzone store, a Cold War store, and also a Modern Warfare store, all of which are going to be selling different items for the different games, some of which you can only use in the multiplayer versions of that specific game. But the good news is that, like I mentioned, because of the weapon integration, you can take all 3 of those weapons and use it inside of Warzone. I keep saying Modern Warfare. Cross-title access, no matter what game you're playing or platform you're on, access and invite your friends. Cross-title invite allows you to invite your friends who are playing Modern Warfare or Warzone to join you in Black Ops Cold War, and more flexibility and ease in gathering your friends across all 3 of the modes. Compatibility, they did mention that there will be a bit of some compatibility issues throughout that, but for the most part, if you're playing on whatever title you're playing, zombies, multiplayer, there'll be a much more streamlined process into inviting your friends regarding all of that. And last but not least, the big bombshell that dropped regarding Season 1 content for Modern Warfare, and also new content. Nuketown 1884. I said 1884. Black Ops Cold War Nuketown 1984, or just 84 for short, will be officially dropping on November 24th. So this will most likely be its own separate playlist. This will be a brand new free map available to everybody, starting on November 24th. So normally we don't get Nuketown until December, but it's actually quite nice to see this. So I'm very, very surprised that they're going to be dropping this one pretty soon. So I'm definitely excited for that. Black Ops Cold War in Warzone Season 1 content includes brand new multiplayer maps and modes. So right in the back, you guys can see this looks like some type of mall map if you guys look in the background there. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on here. This is a brand new map, and I'm really excited for that. 2v2 Gunfight is going to be returning as a game mode to multiplayer for Cold War. So that's another good news as well for those that thoroughly enjoy that game mode. I actually did enjoy the 2v2 Gunfight tournament, so I hope to see that coming back in Season 1 as well. New weapons, if you guys look familiar, that's the weapon that we discussed in that battle pass that we mentioned. This does look like the SA-87 from Modern Warfare, if you remember that weapon, but it's probably something entirely different. We have some new zombie modes, which they don't go into detail here, and much more, which they don't go into detail, and also a classified Warzone experience, which they don't really specify exactly what's going on here. This might be Alcatraz for all we know. It doesn't specify. It just says island. If you zoom in a little bit here, let me see if I can actually zoom in. Oh, it looks like yeah, it looks like it's saying something along the lines of Naya Island. If anyone can translate the rest of that word, let me know. I feel like saying that could be something along the lines of Alcatraz, but I could be wrong because Alcatraz was on an island. But we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see that. But for the most part, guys, once again, Nuketown will be dropping on November 24th, followed by December 10th, Season 1, and also a plethora of massive amount of content. So there's going to be a lot of content to cover, and we'll be covering every single moment of it. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments box what you are most excited for. I'm thoroughly excited for Nuketown, and I'm also thoroughly excited for the brand new prestige leveling system. I will catch you guys in the next one, though. It's your boy Carnage, or Primitive AK. Signing out. Peace out, fellas.